Today on Zero to Awesome, Stephen does all the hard work.
It's wet under here.
Today on Zero to Awesome, we find a snake. What time is it?
It's time for a timing belt.
Timing belt time.
That's not the timing belt.
It says timing belt kit.
Timing belt kit.
But this is timing belt kit.
Those are accessory belts. This is a timing belt and a water pump because apparently those go bad and you should change them at the same time.
I've been lied to by packaging. So before we can get to camperifying, we're still working on putting the vehicle in RV.
Yes.
And potentially, this vehicle could go on some amazing trips.
But first it needs to get there, and to get there it needs a timing belt that isn't old and crappy and rotted and about to fall apart and make the engine explode.
So, timing belt time.
Yes, we're going to be following some instructions we found on the internet. If they're good, we will be successful. If they're bad, it's the internet's fault.
Never trust what you see on the internet, unless it's us. It says timing belt kit right there. You're on my side. Alternator belt, air conditioner belt, water pump, power steering belt, timing belt.
Hey, do you have the time?
WQB0726.
Yes!
Some seals, I'm sure we'll put those in wrong. Tensioner pulley. Feeling a little tense. Gaskets, and Signor water pump oleo. Ah, it's a baby pump. Put it on the Nissan. I don't know why the pump is Italian.
First step is to remove the splash guard, which, oh, look, no splash guard. So then we're going to drain the coolant. Things are about to get messy.
All right, time to play a fun game. What color is the coolant, brown or brown?
I'm not sure there's any coolant in here.
Hello? Echo, echo, echo. Overheat, 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 overheat. I'm going to do something very rare here that we usually don't condone on Zero to Awesome. I'm going to practice safety. Wow, it's yellow.
Radiator's out. It's over there now. It's a much better spot for it. Next up, I don't know. We have to go look at the instructions. Belts come off. I think tensioner thingamajig comes off. And then we start getting into water pump. Dirt dauberness, apparently.
Oh, are there some dirt daubers in your Pumpy McPumperson?
Yep.
Ooh. You might think it's a screwdriver. No, it's a hornet's nest remover.
It's a good thing we're doing the belts because these are all cooked. Just found a pipe cleaner of sorts in Sarah Tara's hoses.
Now there's a chance that this is a factory device installed there by the robots who built this car in Japan.
There's also a chance that we just gained 50 horsepower.
Oh wait, no, what if this added the horsepower?
Oh crap.
We might have just lost 50
Put it back
horsepower.
in!
We're gonna need a bigger pipe cleaner.
So we need to get this big old crankshaft pulley off, and we're about to do something we saw mentioned as a good idea on the internet. We're gonna put this breaker bar on the nut, brace against the frame, then crank the engine a little bit, and hopefully it comes off.
There's really only two positive outcomes. Outcome one, it comes off and we're in the clear. Outcome two, you get a new breaker bar and we're in the clear.
Which way does the engine turn?
Oh yeah, let's figure that out first.
Ready?
Yeah,
Something happened.
yeah. Well, the socket's separated.
Let me try and brace this a little better. Attempt number 2.
Again! Again! I think that was it.
That might have worked.
More bent.
Whoa! That is so nice. Wow, the internet didn't even lie to us this time.
We finally won one.
You know, to get this back on, we're gonna have to start the car in reverse. Now we need to take crankshaft pulley off, and we got this puller thing, so hopefully that works. Take crankshaft pulley off, and we got this puller thing, so hopefully that works. We'll see.
Now we need to take the crankshaft pulley off, and he has this puller that thing. Ah! It's YouTubeception. Now we need to take the crankshaft pulley off, and he has this puller that thing. Ah! It's YouTubeception. Ah! Ah! It's YouTubeception. Ah! Ah! It's YouTubeception. Yay! That happened for the first time!
Wow, and we didn't even use lag bolts instead of real bolts. Use a puller, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he used wood screws too. Blah, blah, blah. Remove the lower timing belt cover. Alan just did something. We found the rest of the coolant though.
I'm really glad the garage is clean.
This garage is never gonna be clean ever again, man.
What is that?
It's just flavor.
It's like crystallized coolant.
It's flavor.
Taste it.
Oh, if you taste that, you're definitely going to the hospital.
If only we had some sort of tiny little brush. Dude, look at this.
Oh God.
How is this not overheating? What did they put in here? Wait, that's not oil.
No, it's just gunk. That is like your arteries when you eat bacon. Alan did a thing again. Ooh, look, it's moving. Oh God, I did a thing!
That was not me! Well,
there's your water pump, folks.
We did find the rest of the coolant.
It was in there. Oh man. There's all the gaskets. Oh look, that one was broken. Well, I guess we're gonna let this drain for a while and someone else can put it back together.
Well, there's this little thermostat bypass hose, and we had the conversation of, it looks a little crusty, should we replace it, should we not? If we get in there, it might turn into a big problem, we should probably leave it alone. Well, we got in there, and this bad boy is completely clogged. This bad boy can't even see it. I'll take this bad boy off, and we'll see how clogged it is.
Now that we have our new supercharger on, we need to water our Xterra so it can grow. Grow, little Xterra, grow.
Oh, did you put the fertilizer in the water?
Oh man, we're gonna have to do this again. So we just got the water pump in. Alan is torquing up the bolts, and after that...
Whoa! There's a snake in the engine.
What?
There's a snake in the engine.
Dude, I don't think it's a snake, but that is some snake skin. It looks like a wiring loom.
It goes all the way back here.
Holy crap. Alan's gearing up for the adventure.
I'm tired of these snakes and this Xterra. There's still life in this. Where did it go? Where's its head?
I don't know. I think we should just leave a little bit in there for authenticity.
I think so. Oh, here he is.
Oh, good.
He got me!
Oh, good. So what do we got?
Oh, this is the tail.
Oh, is it
Look
a
at
rattler? It's probably a rattler.
I think it's definitely a deadly rattler.
Approximately a 32-inch snake.
Now, does this 157th hornet's nest we found also go along with the snake? Wow. So chances are there's a snake somewhere in this car.
Oh no, dude, get sprinkled around the entire engine to get more power. We're gonna need another box.
I wasted it all.
New timing belt is on. Whenever we put the camshaft sprockets back on, they moved a little bit, but we put them back to where they were, so hopefully they're good. And we think it, the old timing belt was not the worst, but also not the best, so probably a good thing that we changed it as long as we didn't mess it up too much. So next, I think more covers go back on, and then it's done, yeah. Oh, put the radiator back in, something like that.
Oh, radiator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess who's the helicopter? Me.
Well, that sucked. It took a little bit longer than I thought. Actually, what time is it? Do we know? Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it? Come on.
In Fort Worth, it's 8:18 p.m.
18, it took 6 hours?
We did make a run to AutoZone
5+ hours to change the timing belt
and water pump.
and water pump.
The radiator went in a couple times.
And then it came out a couple of times, and it went in a couple
We made a
times.
gasket.
We forgot to
Apparently,
put some bolts in.
there's a death pipe in here that gets clogged up and kills the car.
Clean that up.
We had a clog.
We had to get rid of death.
Yeah, we fought death and we won, barely.
Maybe, because the cams did move a little bit while we were in there. We moved them back, so hopefully everything's okay, but we need to fill Sarah with some Topo Chico, start her up, see how she runs.
Sarah loves salsa.
Wait!
Whoa.
Lower radiator hose is not connected. We just put Peak's Finest all over the floor.
This isn't connected at all to anything? A lot more is going in than what came out. So we have Asian Peak antifreeze. We have Universal Store antifreeze. We have non-premixed antifreeze, and we have water, all together in a symbiosis of harmony and cooling system perfection. So there's one thing left to do: clean up the giant mess we made.
There is only one thing left to do. We must start the beast.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have dinner.
Nope, start the beast.
Oh god, it's still sticky. It does smell like fire. Well, it's running. We're trying to figure out if the noises it's making, if it always made those noises. And also there's smoke coming out of the tailpipe. Current thought is if we grenaded the engine, it wouldn't even be running at all.
That's not metallic to you? That
Yeah,
last
it
part?
sounds like something's rubbing on something that it shouldn't be. Like, worst case scenario, we get a sweet supercharged motor.
Yeah, there you go.
Aaron, we need another Xterra.
Quick question. Do you guys want to see how dumb Alan and I are? So the other day, when we were done changing the timing belt on the Xterra, we were getting a little bit of smoke out of the tailpipe and a strange kind of ticking noise coming from the engine. And so our first thought was we totally messed up the timing because the cam sprockets moved a little bit when we were taking the bolts out. We thought we had them back in the right spot, but all these problems. So did we mess it up? Did we not? Who knows? Turns out tailpipe smoke, it had been raining. There was condensation in the tailpipe. It burned off pretty quickly. The ticking noise, however, did not go away. So we started messing around with the engine, trying to find the ticking noise. We took our mechanic's stethoscope. We started listening to the valves. They didn't sound bad at all. Then we started listening down around the belts, and we we found a strange noise coming from the timing belt cover. So we thought maybe we didn't tighten it enough, didn't tighten it too much. Couldn't really figure it out. And then Alan was reading online. He said, oh, there's this bolt at the very bottom that sometimes people tighten too much and it makes a noise. Go check that. So I went to check that, and guess what? It turns out we were just really, really dumb. So here's the bolt he thought might be too tight. We have the opposite problem. We did not tighten that bolt at all. So the bolt is scraping against the camshaft or the crankshaft pulley here, and it's making a terrible noise, and I think that is our culprit. So our only problem now is I can't get a regular wrench in there because there's not enough clearance. So our options are take the radiator back out, take the crankshaft pulley back off, or try and make our own very thin wrench to get in there and tighten this thing down. So that's what I'm going to try right now, is see if I can skinny down a wrench and get it in there. So using our thin wrench did not work because our wrench was too thin. It was just bending. It's really tight in there. But what I was able to do was put our breaker bar back on the crankshaft with everything attached and break the crankshaft bolt loose. So now if we get our belts off there, I should be able to hopefully take the crankshaft pulley off without a puller, since we just did it the other day, and then get our bolt back in. I could not get the crankshaft pulley off without the crankshaft puller tool, so I just went to the auto parts store, rented that, and it came right off. I actually didn't even use a wrench. It was so loose. So now this bolt has seen better days. I guess probably clean this bolt up a little bit and then tighten it down and see what we got. I think I just discovered part of the problem. I don't think this bolt goes in this hole. That's why it was too close. We put the wrong bolt back in there. So I will find a different bolt to go in this hole. Okay, new shorter bolt is in. Now I just need to put everything back together, and hopefully that solves all of our issues. All right, everything's back together. Let's see what we got. Did you guys hear that terrible noise? Because I don't. That sounds like success. So until next time, this is me reminding you that on cars that you break, you're probably gonna have to wrench every day until you fix it. See you later.
30 minutes ago, I paid $7 for a car wash. Now I'm getting a free one. Now it's important to all you youngsters out there that you too practice safety. You can practice safety in a number of ways. You can wrap it, or when your radiator is about to let itself go, you can pull it out so you don't get splashed, because that would be dangerous. I think one of those methods is not scientifically accurate. Also, this can never be seen on the internet. What is that? Oh God, it's a snake!
I got it. Let's just twerk instead.
Twerk?
Is that how that works?
I think it's one of these. Things get dangerous when you twerk.
Good news, we just got our intro.